those of you who think of expansion chamber is not gonna help this turbo at all. It's gonna slow it down actually. What's up guys, I'm on the channel. So this is gonna be a nice little chill video, very raw probably, very just kind of wherever it goes. So today just worked out in the heat. As we all know, if you're on the East Coast, you know there's a huge heat wave. I don't know if it's everywhere on the East Coast, but definitely in Jersey, 100% Jersey, because it's friggin' 100-something degrees every single day, like real feel. So been sweating all day, but we're gonna be taking apart the carburetor from the Predator engine here. Probably just do that, a little talking, you know, very short, quick video kind of, because tomorrow I'm leaving for, what do you call that, upstate New York to go work on a cabin for my uncle. Just gotta do some reinforcements on the garage. Basically the ceiling's falling down, which is the way we bought it after this heavy snow this year. From there, it just really put a lot of pressure on the ceiling and need some help. So we gotta jack it up a little bit, put some more reinforcement. Hopefully it holds up for next winter. But for right now, what we're gonna be jumping into is this carburetor right here. Oh, well, sadly guys, I did not record it. And I don't know why I did not record it. But we're gonna be trying to clock this turbo now. The carburetor is in good shape. There's nothing wrong with it. It was clean, so nothing really didn't even show realistically. It was just kind of just clean, so nothing really show. But maybe what we'll try to do real quick, we'll just try to clock this turbo. I'm not quite sure how you clock this thing. I have an idea, but we're gonna play around with it real quick. All right, so to clock this turbo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually loosen up these 4 bolts here. This is going to have to come off temporarily, and then we're going to take off this guy here because this is going to have this all going to change a little bit here. So we're going to see what happens. Hopefully we don't break it because I know turbo go kart then, but see what happens here. 8 millimeters. So let's get this going. And we'll see how this goes. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I get all these off. They're almost there. Come on, almost there. There you go. Got that off. All right. 4 bolts off. All right, so I'm gonna try to hit it with this. Ah. So there is a little silicone in that actually. So we're gonna reseal that with silicone a little bit. But other than that, look at that. Look at that turbo spin right there. I would actually really like to know how oil it's coming through here, because the pump we're using for this is not a high strong pump, but somehow, some way, it looks like it is pushing through it. That's not the same play it always had. It always had a little play in it, but it's been pretty good. What I might look into doing is probably doing a grease fitting. So I'm gonna put grease in it instead of oil. Another thing I'm debating on, because I don't know how reliable this oil is, and like I said, the oil is leaking in here, so I don't think it's realistically feasible anymore. I will say this: it is well. No, don't like that girl. No good, nada. So it is well lubricated, I will say that. So I probably won't even I don't know. I don't know if I should change it. I don't like that the oil is coming through. I don't know why the oil is coming through, because this is definitely not enough pressure for it to come through. 100% not. But unless it just has unless I just got a turbo with a bad seal, maybe. That's very possible. I'm not gonna say it's not. So alright. So I can't really put this back on now because I don't have any what do you call that stuff? Any type of seal. But the idea for this whole thing would be to put the turbo going this way. This would be the idea. What is that to? I'll probably cut that off. That's in my way, actually. This is in my way, but that we can probably cut off, honestly. We can definitely probably cut that off so that we can get this turbo where it wants to be. Least amount of distance, it'll shoot right down to here and come right into there. Now I might even do a custom thing down here, possibly. Really depends, because you know. But for now, that's kind of the idea. It's just gonna shoot down here. I wish I have it aimed up like that a little bit, but I don't think I'm getting my way on that. So the turbo is clockable. So it is very limited clockable, only because you gotta make sure these two holes line up with two of the holes on the body here somewhere. So it is very limited for it's clocked, but it is clockable. We're just gonna grind off this piece of the, this is where the gas tank used to that's where the gas tank used to sit. So we're just gonna grind half that off, you know, clearance that just for that thing right there. And then we should be good on that. There should be no issues with routing all that stuff there. That should go pretty good. We will be building an exhaust system. Actually have this because it will make it actually a lot better. Now, listen guys, those of you who think of expansion chambers gonna, I think it's called expansion chamber, or whatever you guys keep saying it is, it's not gonna help this turbo at all. It's gonna slow it down actually, because you want speed. This is the best spot you're gonna get that. Even if you put it over here, you're gonna cause back pressure in here, but you don't want the back pressure really in here. You don't even want back pressure at all really. You really want it just to go nice, cleanly come through, hit this turbine, and spool up like that. Now, there's always gonna be a little back pressure because, you know, air's gonna get stuck right here and try to push out. Now you want, maybe you want like a hair, but you really don't want back pressure. Back pressure is negative. That means that the engine's gonna work harder pushing the gas in, which is gonna slow down the engine as well. So if you think like that, like, you know, any type of back pressure, it's basically pressure building up that's gonna stop the piston. The piston's gonna work harder pushing the exhaust gas out because there's so much pressure that's inside the pipe here to get it through here. So you don't want back pressure. And listen, there's no back pressure in this. This thing spins so freely. If those of you who thought it was back pressure, all it was doing was muffling it. So no, listen, there's no harm in it. What we got here is good. The only thing that will help is to make this longer, so that when the gas puffs come through, it helps pull more gas out of the chamber. So there is a science behind that. There is a science between that, but realistically, probably if you made that a little bit longer, probably would do something better. But this is the best. I mean, this is the best setup. What we got here, I think it is, because it's closest to the head here. And maybe if it was a little longer, probably could help spooling. But this thing, if you saw the shorts, the videos in the past, it does not have an issue with spooling. It pretty much does pretty well a good job at doing that. So listen, like I said, no, I don't want to make a long video. So listen, if you guys, that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please like down below. Comment down below what you guys want to see done to this turbo. If you guys think any advice on it, what you guys want to see done on the go-kart. Do you think we should go live axle, this, that, you know, anything you guys think you guys want to see on this go-kart, or how we can improve it. So I want to hear your guys thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, do your chase follow dreams, don't let anything get in your way. Stay Maverick. I'll see you guys next one.